What up, everybody? Watching the end of game day. It's like Pat McAfee's the only one that picked Duke in the Duke-Virginia game later tonight. That is, he wants the chaos. The chaos starts here with a game against Michigan State. 9-0 Duke going up against 8-0 Michigan State at the Breslin Center. And Captain Kennegat, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. This one should be fun. Hold on, I'm just gonna a lot of distractions. Herbert, welcome in. Andy, welcome in. I gotta find Fox. We're not on ESPN. We're on Fox. Where is it? There it is. All right, let's do this. The whiteout in the Breslin Center. I suppose we had the blackout against Florida the other day, but this one is gonna do Skylark. Welcome in. This is huge game for sure. But this thing there, they'll be ready to go. Okay. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of the most interesting weekends in sports. I have been going back and forth with my buddies, and we cannot remember another time when we had such high-profile games, two such high-profile Duke games on the same day. Right here, we get the morning/afternoon treat with our 9-0 Blue Devils going up against 8-0 Michigan State, and then tonight we're gonna get the Duke football team against UVA for the ACC championship. That could cause absolute chaos all over college basketball. Unfortunately, the Duke women lost last night in the Final Four for soccer against Stanford in a 1-0 affair. That was quite sad. They had a couple opportunities there to score a goal, but unfortunately could not do it. So already Duke has lost once this weekend. Hopefully we won't lose 3 times. Duke Blue Devil fan 08, welcome in. Welcome in. And then we also had a sub come in actually earlier this week. Breslin, I believe. Thank you very much for the sub to the channel. All right, ready. Here we go. Duke 15-4, I believe, is the record against Michigan State all time, including 2-0 actually in the Breslin Center. So, however, Michigan State favored by about 1.5 points, which is slightly less than like home field advantage. Typically, if you look at the betting odds, home field advantage is something between like 3 or 4.5. But so the predictors still thinking Duke is the more or less stronger of these two teams. The ones to watch, of course, both teams here very strong defensively. Jace, welcome in. Keon, that's you. Welcome in, Keon. Nice. I was at the U of L South Carolina game, and it was full. Well, Louisville doing very, very well this year, ranked currently number 6, although I think their ranking is going to go down a little bit after their loss in the ACC SEC Challenge earlier this week. However, not as bad as the disaster that is Kentucky, who got absolutely destroyed by Gonzaga last night. I'm pretty sure they lost by 30. I think it was 30, yeah. So that's a shocker. And Kentucky also lost, I thought they lost their SEC Challenge game. So it could be interesting. The Louisville games, I think we play them... I don't know if we play them twice, but I think that'll be one of the more interesting / challenging games on the ACC schedule. Duke gets in if Troy wins, they promise. Troy did not win last night, Herbert. That's the problem. They lost to the Tar Heels by 3. That was it. Thank you, Jace, with the reminder. Yes. So Kentucky lost to Carolina and then lost again to Gonzaga. So they've lost twice this week. That was it. Okay. Of course, I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that Carolina had beaten Kentucky, even though we hate both teams. But yeah, so JMU won. Okay, then back to football. We're like bouncing between basketball and football. JMU won, and North Texas, Tulane. Sorry, Tulane won. So so presumably there's really not really much wiggle room for Duke. Should they beat Virginia? What would most likely happen would be if they do in fact beat Virginia, then there is just no ACC. I guess Notre Dame represents the ACC potentially in that case. So, but that would just be the most chaotic, probably. There could be other, like, I guess, if there are more upsets, it gets even more and more interesting. Like if Alabama were to beat Georgia, because then Georgia doesn't get the automatic bid, Bama does. Or if BYU were to beat Texas Tech in this rematch that is going on right now, actually, then BYU would have to get the automatic bid in, and then Texas Tech would probably still be in the field. But so back and forth. So we'll trying to keep track of all of it in the little 2 hours that we have here for this particular game. Yeah. But the ones to watch for Michigan State, as I was saying, both teams very defensive, holding opponents to about 60 points per game. It's pretty much 60 points on the Duke side and 60 points on the Michigan State side. So this could be a lower scoring game. It could be a first to 65, first to 70 kind of thing. Jeremy Fears, of course, the veteran guard for Michigan State, the one to watch, right? He's going for 30 minutes per game, about 9.4 assists per game, which is absolutely insane to even think about, and scoring about 12.3 points per game on almost 50% shooting, 48.3. But that's the one to watch, really, is the guard there. And then a couple of the big men there for Michigan State: Kohler, the senior, Cooper, and Ward, number 0, 15, and 3, and then Fears is number 1. So keep an eye on that as we are about to tip it off here in the Breslin Center. This should be a fun one. Let's see what we can do. We're definitely going to need more than Cam Boozer to show up here tonight, as Michigan State controls the tip. Duke's in its man-to-man and in its black uniforms, which did have some success against Florida and Todd Golden the other day on Tuesday. And I guess we're going to test the funeral uniforms on the road. The first turnaround jump shot, no good there for Kohler. As we had mentioned there, the good defense by Gungba as we are underway. Anyone else notice that Evans's picture wasn't Evans? Oh, was it really? That's hilarious. We'll have to rewind it. Nice slip by Isaiah Evans, and that is out of bounds on Michigan State as Duke will retain possession here. Oh, Herbert is consoling the Duke women's basketball team. Yeah, that's been a very unfortunate start to that season. They actually had an interesting start against LSU in that ACC-SEC challenge. They got off to like a pretty good and fast start, but then weren't able to really do much. I think they've started 3-7 or something like that. It's not great. Hamenia for the corner. The three actually does go. So Nick gets the scoring started, and he is making the most of this slightly different look, right? Dame Sarr, who started the first couple games, let's call it 8-7 games, and then Hamenia got the start against Florida, gets the start again tonight, or this afternoon rather, gets a 3 there. High effort, finally getting some points. Great to see. Maybe it could be a breakout game for Nick. Let's see. Great defense by Duke here at the top of the key. 5 seconds to shoot. Michigan State's going to have to make it happen. Nope, they get a turnover. Duke with a steal and Foster out on the runner. And in transition, that should be goaltending. Or not. Okay. And that was taken right off the backboard. Or it was actually really close. One way or the other. I think Foster's got to throw that down with 2 hands, man. That is... try to go in for the layup. He gets it blocked. The 3 on the way for Michigan State. Nothing. Weak side rebound down to Kohler. It was Tang with the 3 that couldn't get it. And now another steal. Great defense by Boozer. I like the refs are letting these dudes play here in the early going. The Breslin Center is definitely not as loud as Cameron was. Boozer for 3 here now. Oh, way too long, actually. 1 and done on the offensive end for Duke here. As 3-0 still. What do we have? Nice bounce pass for Tang. And Tang is going to put up a mid-range jump shot. Boozer down with the rebound. Michigan State is 0 for 4 so far here in the early going. Duke going to set up the offense. The Fox clock is kind of messed up. Yeah, Gungba with the slip and just, oh my God, just throws it away. No, that's the wrong play. Just go to the rack. Up top. There you go. Oh my God, we deserve to get that one thrown down on our heads in transition. That was a terrible pass by Gungba. Evans for 3 here. Slim hit the big shot at the end of the game. And we're going to get a foul on Hamenia for going over the back? Or are we going to get, they're going to get Tang. Oh, they're going to get Tang. Okay. Great transition there by Michigan State as Carson Cooper threw down the alley-oop. That's what I feel like. That's the play that Duke cannot hit. Like, we cannot hit the alley-oop in transition. We haven't been able to do it for 2 years. Foster, nice extra pass to Slim, and Slim's going to put it up on the deck. He's going to put it up off the backboard. Was he thinking for Gungba to go get it? I don't know. I guess it goes in as a shot. Wide open 3 for Tang in the corner. Nothing. Duke down with a rebound as we hold it off. We've got numbers. 3-on-1. 3-on-1. Hamedi. Oh, come on, guys! Wow, this is a mess. Wow. Sar comes in, Hamedi goes out. I mean, I feel like there's too much passing right now. Just go to the rack. Like, Isaiah Evans should have just taken that one. Foster should have dunked that one. So that's like, what, 4 points that we've now lost? Tang has a foot on the line, it's a 2. Rebound, and Michigan State 1 of 6. Duke 1 of 5, not much better. Screen by Boozer. It was tipped. We recover. Boozer trying to go one-on-one. Boozer, Michigan State brings the double team. Something Florida did not do the other night, as Izzo wants to play Boozer a little differently. Foster with the turnaround jump shot. Finally gets that to go. 5-2. Malik Brown also in the game here, as well as Sar. Brown coming way out. Tang. No, we've got Fears here. Fears going around the Cooper screen, and we got a foul on the floor. Dumb foul, honestly, dumb foul by Foster. I mean, he just like ran over the dude. I don't know what he was thinking. So 5-2, as we have Hemenia and Foster. Michigan State will start with the ball when we come back. Where were the lineups? Oh, yeah. That is wild. What is this? Oh, what? Regular. That is really bizarre. They like found some like generic Isaiah Evans. I don't understand what they did. Print screen. Huh. I can't take a screenshot. That's really annoying. I wish I could take a screenshot, but I cannot. That's super annoying. Okay. Whoops. All right, so extremely sloppy start here for both teams. 2 turnovers apiece. Duke 1 of 6. Michigan State like 1 of 7. Wow, pretty brutal, honestly. Nick, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody doing here on this Saturday? We got plenty of Duke games. Lots of Duke this weekend. I honestly do not know how this game is going to end up. It would not surprise me if we actually ended up like losing this one, but obviously we'd love to win this because like if you win this one, then like what are the big games, the tough games left against Texas Tech, Michigan. Michigan seems like winnable. Texas Tech seems winnable. Cold and wet in South Carolina. Wow. Foster has to show up and Gungba needs to relax with those passes. Yeah, Gungba needs to relax with the passes and with the threes, although he hasn't taken a 3 yet, so okay so far. Lose now, win tonight. I would just win them both. Although I have to say that given the outcomes in the other games and the very low likelihood that Duke would actually be into the college football playoff should they win, that would leave the ACC out. And we'll look up at the next time out exactly how much money that means, like the ACC would lose. But like, I guarantee you that tonight's game is going to be like more rigged than a Vegas slot machine. Like, just because the ACC does not want to be left out of that playoff, for sure. So Cam Boozer so far actually has no points, and Duke is still ahead. And we have another foul. That'll be a foul on Sarr and on the inbounding. It's actually kind of interesting that Duke, we are ahead, while Cam Boozer has 0 points, but of course it's early. Why is the game so early? Yeah, I have no idea why the game is so early, and I'm pretty sure that, like, I think Michigan is in my time zone, or Michigan State is in my time zone, which is central. It may not be, though. And it's only like 11 o'clock. So, like, it's not even noon. But yeah, the game is like super early. Oh my gosh, the offensive board and the putback there for Michigan State. Cooper pulled it down in and amongst 4 Blue Devils, which is pretty pathetic, honestly. Caden in the game now, as Caden's going to go in and he's going to go for the alley-oop to Malik Brown. Malik is on point right now. Actually, there's also Purdue playing at the moment. Number 1 Purdue playing against number 10 Iowa State. And there's the Texas Tech and BYU game. There's just a ton of college sports going on at the moment, all at the same time. I don't think that, like, they wanted to make the game later, because if you go later, you end up conflicting more with the football games. I don't know. Just gotta get the games done. 5 seconds on the shot clock here for Michigan State. It's an air ball. It didn't even hit the rim. Yeah, they didn't want to compete because, like, probably because the Big Ten championship game is tonight at 8, and my guess is that the Big Ten conference was like, there will be no other games other than the Big Ten football championship. Evans hits a 3 from beyond the arc. Nice. Good shot. That's actually where he hit the game-winning shot against Florida. And that is a foul on Brown or Sarr. One of the two. We'll see who that goes on. 10-4 here for the Blue Devils. Yeah, so my guess would be that the Big Ten Conference was like, get all your games done, and then, like, prime time goes to Ohio State and Indiana, because, like, you weren't going to have this game at 8 o'clock, right? Like, you just weren't going to have that competing against the football game, so... Cat fan, happy Saturday. Happy weekend, everybody, as Cohen Carr made the first 3. Oh, free throw. And missed the second one. Duke comes down with that rebound. Boozer does now. And let's see, Malik Brown was assessed that foul, so both Sarr and Brown have a foul apiece. The password has changed. Uh-oh. Caden gonna come in with the right hand, and he left it short off the front iron. 10-5 still here. And wow! Carr with an emphatic dunk. I mean, nobody stopped the ball. They just let him go straight to the rack. Wow. Michigan State with the emphatic dunks. Sarr for 3 in the corner. Oh, Dame Sarr. Give me one. Give me that. That is a nice contribution so far. So 13 points, 0 from Cam Boozer so far. Not bad. This is actually going better than I would have thought. Almost a turnover by Michigan State. Duke really coming, bringing with double teams. A 3 on the way for Michigan State. No, that was Trey Fort. Duke comes out with the rebound here. Crowd wanting a foul, but none given. Malik Brown over to Hamenya. Back to Caden, back to Cam. Cam's going to lock and load for 3. That's an air ball. Hamenya trying to save it. Michigan State does. Malik Brown steals it. And then he reverts it. Yes, we actually get it back. Malik Brown in the corner. Malik is going to go for three. I'm not sure that's the shot. Cam Boozer trying to get the rebound. Malik, oh, that should have been a travel. But Michigan State comes up with it. That was a terrible sort of possession. And Michigan State gets us again in transition. Oh, my God. That is 6 points for Michigan State. 6 out of their 9 coming off that sort of transition. We are just not getting back in time, and they are alley-ooping it at the rim. Very high percentage there. Nice pass down low, but it's sniped away from Michigan State. They're going in transition again, and they will score. So basically, Michigan State is scoring when Duke cannot set its defense. They are just beating us down the floor. 8 points in transition so far. 1 point at the free throw line is the 9 for Michigan State. The fast break points. Duke having to work for it here. Hamenia for 3. Yes! Hamenia has got 2. No, Ward can't get it. And we have a foul? So, yeah, basically Michigan State cannot score in the half court. And all their points are coming off runouts. Ay, ay, ay. This is our third game wearing the black uniforms. I'm shocked Michigan State didn't wear anything special. Well, they already are in their home whites, but they had all the student sections and everybody there wear white. So they did do a whiteout, but white is the home color anyway, so it's not really technically anything special per se. But I need to look here at the... Look at, I'm pretty sure all of these are going to be assessed as split box, fast break points, right? Okay, they've assessed 7 as the. I would have had it at 9, but yeah, so 7 fast break points, 0 for Duke. I don't know exactly how you get 7 because they haven't hit a 3, so they counted a free throw as one of them. I guess that free throw came after a fast break. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I don't know how you have 7 here, but I would have said 9. No, Andy, I did not hear about that. It does not surprise me, though. Being in jail is often not really good for your health. I would not recommend it. I would recommend being a law-abiding and upstanding citizen. The only good news here for Duke so far is that we're ahead 16-11, and Cam Boozer hasn't scored yet. So that's interesting. Our guy who usually puts up 20 a game has 0, and yet we're winning. So that works. 4 fouls for Duke, only 1 for Michigan State, though. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe John's going to work the refs a little bit here during these timeouts. Hamenia, nice to see. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Been working on that 3-point shot. Sarr also hit a 3-point shot. So 4 of 8 for Duke from beyond the arc. Michigan State hasn't hit one, but they really haven't had to. They've been getting lobs at the rim, basically. So the other interesting one is that our game tonight is at the same time as the Indiana-Ohio State one. I guess I'm going to have the multi-view going. I'm going to have one game on the TV and one game on the computer or something because, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's such a packed day. Such a packed day. in the huddle. Our half-court defense has been good. It cannot be that easy where we just give it up to them and give them 6 points, man, is exactly what John said, which is exactly what we've been hitting on, saying that the half-court defense, Michigan State cannot score, has not scored in the half-court. So far, so good, at least for that. But, yeah, we're just on the runouts, we are out of position. They're throwing bodies at Boozer. I wouldn't be surprised if he's held under 20. And that's we play the same time as the Barnstormer of a game. Best case scenario, this turns into Duke winning by like 34 like they did against Kentucky. That's probably not going to happen. I suspect that is not going to happen here at Michigan State. But Izzo has yet to get off the bench. Very interesting. John Shire has been up and roaming around. Izzo very content to sit on the bench and coach from there for the time being. I want to see Coach Izzo. I'm used to seeing Coach Izzo in a suit. It's a little weird seeing him in like a little pullover. And that should have been a foul on 3. I thought Caleb Foster was in rebounding position, and he just got his legs taken out from underneath him as Michigan State comes down with a rebound, and that's another air ball here. And good defending by Duke, and Himenia gets the we're going to call it the alternating possession, gets the tie-up, and Duke will retain it on the alternating possession here. Great hustle play by Himenia. And so again, Michigan State on that possession, 3 attempts, 3 shots, nothing. Duke's defense holds on, and here with an opportunity to extend the lead. It's like Tom Izzo basically saw what happened to Florida with Cam Boozer there, right? And like he's like, yeah, I'm not going to let him do that to me, so I'm going to double team him. And Himenia is going to go for 3, and that one's not going to hit. Cam Boozer does get the rebound weak side, though. Darren Harris now in the game gets his first touch as Foster going to call for Gungba to get it. We're going to have the screen and roll. Gungba is just kind of stuck with 8 seconds. Harris has to come get it. 6, 5. Harris has to go to Foster. Foster, no, travel. Wow, that ball got stuck with Gungba for way too long. I feel like if Izzo gets off the bench, things are going to start getting serious. John Shire not happy with that offensive set. I mean, I'm not happy with it either. The ball went to Gungba and then got stuck. Nobody came to go get it from him, and then just went late in the shot clock and resulted in a turnover. That was pretty bad. So Duke's defense has to hold in here. Good defense by Gungba so far. This is on Kohler. The turnaround jump shot, can't get it, too difficult. Boozer's got a hand in his face, but still gets the two-handed strong rebound here. Boozer there with 4 rebounds so far in the first 10 minutes. Foster, weird, wild swing around pass. Darren Harris, way too long. Boozer tips it out, but Kohler is right there to recover the tip out as Boozer just kind of overran the rebound a bit. Yeah, I mean, our offense has been struggling, but really because we can't get it to go through Boozer as Kohler hits the 3, and that's the first 3 for Michigan State as they close to within 2. Yeah, I mean, basically Izzo's game plan is like somebody other than Boozer is going to have to step up and beat us because we're just not going to let number 12. So now he's got number 12. Are they going to let him go one-on-one? No, they're going to go Darren Harris at the top. Darren Harris hits it from 3 to get the points right back. That's like an unexpected contribution off the bench. I love that other guys are stepping up. Great pass from Boozer as Himenia hits the deck. So far, good defense here. 8 seconds, and here's the screen by Kohler. As now Ugo Chukwu over there, and the long 3 on the way for Michigan State. No, Gungba down with the one-handed board. Great defense by Duke. Both teams playing exceptionally well in the half court. Here's Gungba. Gungba for 3? No, that's not the shot. Oh my God. John's not going to get happy. Yeah, John's not happy about that one. It's going to put Malik Brown back in, man. We can't, Ugo for 3 straight on. Oh man, we deserve that one. I don't know what Gongba's out there jacking threes in like with 20 seconds on the shot clock. It's like we're not even trying, man. Like run some offense. Okay, I get this Harris one. I thought he got fouled. All right, never mind. Again in transition. Ooh, Gongba saves the basket there, and we're going to the under 8 timeout. So everyone at Duke is going to step up, and then they finally let up on Cam Boozer. He'll go get us the points. I don't know if they would let up on Cam Boozer at all. I mean, I just think they're like content to say somebody else is going to have a 20-point game. The game was canceled due to fairness reasons. Yikes, I don't know what that means. Oh, wow. I'm just trying to look like we only scored 3 points in that 4-minute span. Just kind of rewinding here for a second, trying to understand what was going on. Huh. You can't let the Spartans bully you. Well, they'll figure it out, but like honestly, I'm not as worried. Like he is still getting rebounds. He's being able to pass. Like that pass, one of the threes, the Darren Harris 3 was an assist was a Boozer assist 3 essentially. So he's still getting that. But yeah, we have no inside game. Let's take another look here. So we've hit a total of 7 shots. 5 of them are for 3. The other one was a turnaround jump shot by Foster just below the free throw line. And the Isaiah Evans one was a 3. Malik Brown. Oh, Malik Brown got an alley-oop. That was it. That was the other one. What a bizarre story there, Andy. That's crazy. So why did Duke wear black at home versus Florida? I don't know, just to be different, I guess. They just wanted to do a blackout swamp for the swamp. I don't know. We've never done that one at home before, but it worked. So could Duke be negatively affected in the ACC and if the ACC in football is worse? Oh, Duke basketball? No. It shouldn't have. No, it should not have any impact. Another 3 on the way for Michigan State, and Jason Kohler has 6 points and 2 threes, and Michigan State has its first lead 20-19. Evans here. Boozer not on the floor at the moment, and we have a foul away. We have a foul like 20 feet away from the basket. I want chaos, so I want Duke to win against Virginia in football. I don't care. Yeah, so do I. The ACC is going to have to get over it. Agreed. They're just going to have to, like, come up with better tiebreakers, or, like, teams are just going to have to win their games, man. You can't be Miami and, like, complain about not getting in when you're like, well, you shouldn't have lost to, like, I don't know, Syracuse or something. Gungba gets the nice little kind roll. That step back jumper, 21-20, as we go back and forth with the teams. And oh my God, Gungba just threw a man to the floor. That was Cooper. That ended up on the ground. Ah. So Michigan State now trying to play here in the half court. They've struggled here. Duke's defense has been pretty good. Fears with an air ball. Huh. No, Cat fan. That is never going to happen. Yeah, I don't know what that Gungba foul was, Raven. That was just like... I mean, they were sort of hand fighting, and then he just throws the dude to the ground, and it's like, all right. I guess. Like, I guess, right? I guess. It's a choice. It's a choice. I feel like my headset is like... It's just weird. All right. Gungba will go to the free throw line there on the foul on Divine Ugochukwu. Let's go. And Gungba gets them both, so nicely done there. Those were the first two Duke free throws of the afternoon. And Kohler is going to take another and hit another one. Jackson Kohler is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's got 9 points to lead the Spartans. And he's basically hit the three from the same exact spot. So I don't know what, we expected here. Caden Boozer for 3. No. Ooh, nice flying in there. It was Sarr with a rebound, but he gets it blocked on the attempted putback. Malik Brown with a poke out. Ooh, that was so good. He was like trailing the play the whole time, man. The long arm of the law there, Malik Brown. 23 all. Cam Boozer was getting his rest. He's going to get ready to check back in. Turn around. No, that should be a foul on Kohler, but nothing called as Gungba comes down with a rebound. Caden driving in, gets it to Sarr on the outside. Malik Brown waiting beyond the three-point line. Duke running some good offense here. Gets it cross-court to Caden, stolen by Michigan State. Was good offense until we kind of got stuck here. Oh my gosh, this is a 3 on the way. No. But Michigan State better on the offensive boards, and now we have a foul, man. Damn. The offensive rebounding by Michigan State has been quite good. 6-3 in favor of the Spartans here. Yeah, MSU is playing harder with more energy. I feel like we had a really good start, but like our level has come down a little bit, especially with Boozer's kind of struggling offensively. He's back in the game now, as is Hemenia and Foster. So, I mean, the game has just been really intense, right? Like, we're going to have to, like, sub people in and out here. We've been having to defend deep into possessions, too, when it is in the half court. 7 seconds here. 3 on the way for Michigan State. Oh, they had that one. The Michigan State threes have come alive. So 26-23. Caden trying to play a two-man game with his brother. Caden gets it to Foster, now to Jimena. Oh, Michigan State just flying around defensively. Foster's three off. And, oh, come on. That is a terrible foul call. That is a cheap foul. Ah! What? He's got the ball, man. It's not challengeable. Or what are we doing here? What? There's a TV timeout for what? A media timeout at 4:30? Anyway, Michigan State on a 6-0 run. And of course, we haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 19 seconds, and Fears is going to be in the free throw line for a 1-and-1 after this. I don't really get what the timeout is for, unless they are challenging. Yeah, timeout to look at things, apparently. I don't know. Weird. It's like 7-0 in the early going in the Big 12 championship. BYU ahead. All right, let's see how much the ACC might lose. How much money does the ACC stand to lose if they're left out of the conference of the playoff? Could lose around 116 million. Oh, possible performance based. Okay. I guess 116 if you go all the way. So an appeal for a possible flagrant. Huh. Okay, so there was nothing there. We shoot the free throws. Is one in the corner? UVA revenge game. Yeah, if the ACC doesn't, they need a better tiebreak system. So both for Fears, as expected. And Tom Izzo is off the bench as there's an 8-0 scoring run here for the Spartans. Cam is going to be left alone for the time being, one-on-one. Michigan State kind of cheating over to his side, but doesn't bring the full double team. Caden, can't connect. That was a layup that should have gone, man. Couldn't get it to go. Fears trying to feed, and we got a turnover. Cam Boozer going the other way with his brother, 2-on-2 here, and they do get that score. So Duke in transition picks up 2 off the Cam Boozer steal. Keep the tight ends and the running back. I actually think the running back is really good. Nate Shepard, I thought he was pretty good. Fears trying to work around Caden here. Gets blocked off, and then we have a baby hook there in the lane, a running hook, and that doesn't go. So Michigan State can't convert on the last 2 possessions. And Evans going to take 3 short. Long rebound to the Spartans. And again in transition, and we have a foul on Cam Boozer, who basically saved a bucket. There. Could winning the ACC championship help Duke football? I would think so. I would think so. I think it helps recruiting. It's the increase the profile of the program. Come to Duke to win. Now, then you could sell the whole come to Duke to win championships gig, right? One and 2 at the free throw line for Cooper. Michigan State by 4. The time is flying by here. 3 minutes to go. We took a timeout at 4:30 for, I guess, the media. That was the under 4 media timeout, apparently. But so I guess there'll be no more media timeouts for the first half. Cam still can't get a bucket, but of course the paint is closed to him, basically. And Sar, nicely done on the cut, will go to the free throw line for 2. Oh, Barkey, the wide receiver. Yeah, he's pretty good too. So Dame Sar at the free throw line. Makes the first. This is a 2-shot foul anyway. Has any player entered the transfer portal? I don't know, actually. It's kind of early for transfers, right? Well, I guess, maybe not. I guess technically it is the postseason, so... Oh, Sar missed one. Boozer got the rebound and the putback! There's Boozer's first points on an offensive rebound from a missed free throw. So a 3-point possession in a bit of an unorthodox way from the Blue Devils. Fears for 3 short. Boozer with the rebound gets it up ahead to Sar. Duke with an opportunity to regain the lead here after that 3-point possession and a good defensive close. Or rather, clear out, rather. Caden back to Sar. Sar going to drive baseline. Get it to Hamenya. A bit of a mess on this possession. Caden for 3 short. The threes are short. It was open, though. Oh, my gosh. Fears, yeah. But Michigan State somehow ends up with it. Fears just, kind of rolled an ankle there or something. Oh, my gosh. What a tough move by 55. Who was that? Carr. Good defense by Duke again, standing up strong in the half court against the Spartans. Duke with another opportunity here to take the lead if it so chooses. Amenia driving in. Oh my gosh, what a pass. And that's an air ball. That's an air ball 3. The 3s are just not there right now. They were there at the start of the half. They are not there now. Amenia like passed it behind his head. That was crazy. Oh my God. Kohler has hit it again. Kohler is the only one who's consistently making 3-pointers for either team. He's got 12 points and he's made 4. That dude is lighting us up. Timeout, John. Damn. Duke football needs to pull Nick Saban out of retirement. Ah. I don't think Saban's coming out of retirement to coach Duke. I don't think Saban's coming out of retirement to coach anyone. I think he's enjoying himself too much. We've kind of fallen in love with the 3-point shot, and I'm not for it. It's 5 of 18 right now from 3, which is not great. We're actually shooting worse than Michigan State, which is 6 of 13. And that is not how the start of the first half. Michigan State couldn't hit anything from the outside, and now Kohler's got 4 or 5 from beyond the arc. He's got 4 out of their 6. Ugh, brutal. Settling for 3s will end up in a loss. Yeah, well, they've like really clogged the paint. They're kind of daring us to shoot it from 3. So Duke inbounding here after the Kohler 3 and the Shire timeout. Amenia working really hard to screen here over the top, and we have a foul on the floor. Go Chukwu there. Oh, yeah, like tripping? Oh, Ugo got in there. I don't even know. That's just a weird foul, man. I don't even know. Tom Izzo's like, what is that? I'm kind of like, what is that? Let's see off the baseline inbounds if we can make anything of this. We have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Sar, crazy there. Amenia for 3. He's been able to hit them so far, and he's got another one. Nick Amenia. Or Amenia, rather, with 3 threes. Finally figured it out there. They were saying we were 0 for our last 7. Here's Cooper working on Gungba. Gets it back outside to Fears. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 40 ticks left. Fears, tough shot. Cam Boozer with the rebound. I think we want to hold for the last shot here. Shire, yeah. Shire calls him off. We were like running down the floor in transition, and Shire says, wait a second. So there's about a 7-second game clock, shot clock differential at the moment. Duke trails by 1. Cam Boozer now working on Cooper. Boozer, turnaround, very tough shot. Couldn't get it. 6 seconds here for Michigan State. Wow, that's a terrible blocking foul. So that's going to be like just 2 free throws and we'll end the half, basically. Fears will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. That'll be automatic. Yeah. I guess we can just lower the shoulder. Yeah, I don't know. That was like such a cheap foul, man. I guess if anything, it prevents them from taking a 3. You put 1.8 seconds back on the shot clock. I guess you can get a long range kind of three-quarter court heave here, effectively. John Shire will call another timeout. That's the second of the half. So they'll leave us. Oh, no, sorry. Michigan State called the timeout. Okay. Any other game, that's an offensive foul. I kind of thought the same thing. So what have we cooked up here? Probably some, I guess we're practicing like our late game, basically everything we failed at last year. Just trying to get a final shot off either at the end of a half or the end of the game. Let's see if we can even get this shot off. Nope. Can't even get it off. Can't even get the shot off here, so there goes that. 34-31 with Cam Boozer having only 2 points. Not bad. It could be worse. In a quick-moving first half, as we played it in well under an hour. So there we go. All right. We need Trey Jones back. Man, that would be nice. All right, so I asked Grok, how much does the ACC stand to lose if a team does not get into the playoffs? So I don't think this 116 is accurate, but I think this one is. These payouts go to the conference of each participating team and are tied to how far teams advance. If the ACC has no teams in the field, it earns 0. $4 million per team for qualifying for the playoffs. Okay? So basically, if Virginia doesn't get in, if no ACC team, we lose $4 million. This 116 basically goes like, for advancing to the national championship, total performance-based pot is 116, but obviously you can't, not one conference can get 116, so yeah, it's not $1 trillion. But this is why the Notre Dame deal is so lucrative for them, because they don't have to split their with any conference, right? So if Notre Dame gets in, it's $4 million to Notre Dame. UVA gets in, it's $4 million to the ACC. It's not $4 million to to Virginia, right? And then Notre Dame basically made it to the finals last year, so they get 4 for qualifying, 4 there, so 8 and plus 12. So they basically got, Notre Dame walked away with 20 mil last year for their their time in the championship there. 20 million that they can then use for whatever, NIL, whatever they want, right? Additionally, conferences receive $3 million per team per round for travel and other expenses separate from above, but of course the ACC would not get. Basically qualifies. Oh, interesting. If the ACC championship qualifies as the 4th highest ranked conference champion, it would guarantee at least $8 million, qualifying plus automatic advancement to the quarterfinals via bye. Oh, wow. Starting in 2026, the model shifts to fixed percentage shares, ACC at 17%, reducing the reliance on performance. Oh, wow, interesting. Huh. That's weird. Okay. So there you go. That's basically where we're saying the game tonight is going to be incredibly rigged, because there is basically at least $4 million on the line. And if you don't think that that's like enough, then yeah, There's at least $4 million on the line for the ACC that the ACC stands to lose should they get shut out of the championship. Plus all the, like, you know, the heckling and everything, and the ego and the pride, and, you know, getting all that stuff. So, all right, so 7-3 here in the Big 12 championship. As what else we got? Let's look at some of the other scores. What does Duke get if they win? Glory. What else do you need? Looks like Iowa State 35, Purdue 31. So Iowa State by 4 on Purdue's home court there, as Duke currently trails by 3. And here are the stats for the game. Do they get any money? No, not directly. The conference gets money, but like the school itself directly, no. Duke actually shooting better than Michigan State, 11-30, but not as effective from the three-point line. Or actually now both Duke and Michigan State have hit 6 threes, so my bad, correction. It's the free throw line that's the difference. 6 of 8 for Michigan State on 2 1-of-1s. So they've gotten 4 off of that. 3 and 4 from Duke. So Duke not doing as good a job of getting to the free throw line. Duke with 9 fouls. Michigan State with only 5, getting the home whistle. As Duke with also 6 turnovers. Michigan State to 4. They've been, both teams, doing a decent job taking care of the ball, honestly. Not too bad there. Total rebounds here. Michigan State out rebounding Duke by 3, and that really the difference there on the offensive glass, 7-4. Second chance points in favor of the Spartans as a result of that differential. And then the fast break points, 12-2. Again, we were getting killed really early on the fast breaks and the runouts. Doing pretty good in the half-court defense, though, as both teams kind of targeting that mid-60s right now based on the halftime score. Amenia is doing very well so far. He is 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Actually, just 3 of 4 on the game, and has only taken 3, so by virtue of that, he's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. 9 points for Nick here to lead all Duke scorers, actually. The next highest is 4 from Gungba and 4 from Sar. So actually a very distributed Duke scoring offense here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Duke players have played. All 9 Duke players have scored, including Darren Harris, who has a 3 in this game. Sar has 4, Brown has 2, Caden Boozer has 2, Foster has 2, Isaiah Evans has a single 3, Cam Boozer has only 2, Hamenia with 9, and Gungba with 9 as well. Cam Boozer, though, with 7 rebounds and 3 assists, leads the team in both of those categories, is tied with Carson Cooper there from Michigan State with 7 rebounds. And then Fears has 8 assists. Remember, he averages 9.4 assists per game, so not very surprising here. Fears with 8 assists. Cam Boozer with 3 to lead the Blue Devils. And actually, the Blue Devils only have 8 assists. So Fears has as many assists as the entire Blue Devil team, although Michigan State only has 10. So it's a good game for Fears. He's got 4 points, but really the assists are where that really matters. Most of those going to Jackson Kohler, who's 4 of 8 from beyond the 4 of 8 from the field and 4 of 5 from beyond the arc for 12 points. I think I want Texas Tech to win. That helped Vanderbilt. Yeah, if BYU wins, like, the chaos begins, because then, like, there's just like a snowball effect of chaos after that, I think. No, despite the fact that Duke has 9 fouls, there isn't really any real foul trouble. I mean, Cam Boozer does have 2 fouls, but, like, oh well. Gungba's got 2, but, you know, nobody has 3 fouls or anything. So is Vanderbilt in the SEC championship? No, it's Georgia, Alabama yet again. So it looks like Texas Tech has just managed to score. So they are now 10-7 in that game. Yeah, so the Red Raiders 10-7. All right, folks. What else we got? People have planned here for this weekend, other than seemingly watching lots of basketball and lots of football games, which is a perfectly acceptable way to spend your weekend. Yeah. What else do y'all got? Cloudy day. It's actually a beautiful day down here in Texas. We've had 2 days of ridiculous cold in the 40s, basically, where it's like, wow, I felt like I was back in Seattle. And then today it's like perfect temperature outside. It was 50. It was like 50s, like low 50 or low 50s for the dog walk this morning. Sunshine going up to the low 70s. It's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, Skylark, Texas actually does get cold. It's kind of crazy because there's no water here. Or like unless you're like in like Galveston or like Houston, there's no water. So there's nothing to retain any heat, right? So basically you just fluctuate with like the time of day and the sun. And when it's cold, like in the desert, actually the desert gets like really, really cold. Have you ever looked at like the temperature range of like Death Valley, for example? It's kind of crazy. That like even some place that gets like super hot. See, like the extreme temperatures 120 in the summer, but then like in the winter, it can get down to like in the 40s. The hottest and driest place in North America. Like you have these wild swings. Because in the desert, there's just nothing to retain heat, so it just like comes and goes. But yeah, it was like 40 and raining, and it sucked. Yeah. Let's see. I've got the. So if Bama loses, Vandy should be in. I don't know. Is that actually how how it works? I don't know. I feel like Texas right now is ranked slightly higher. Doesn't Texas own the head-to-head against Vandy? I'm pretty sure it does. They have they have 3 losses, but I mean the 3 losses are to Ohio State, who's number 1, is in the field. Georgia is also in the field. And what's the third one? I can't remember. We got to box out and crash the glass. Duke is always good in the second half. We have to look for opportunities for Cam Boozer. I would not be surprised if the first play coming out of this halftime, I think actually Michigan State is going to have possession here because of the alternating arrow, because we forced a tie up earlier, and so I think the arrow goes to Michigan State. So I think Michigan State will start with it. But I think our first offensive possession is going to go right to Cam Boozer. We're going to try to get him involved, try to get him going. And Cam's going to touch the ball on every possession. Although, to be fair, I think he has been touching the ball on every possession. He just hasn't been able to actually score. The defense by Michigan State has been really, really strong. Playing a controlled game is something Duke must learn. I mean, look, it was a close game against Arkansas at halftime. We came out, we had a very strong second half. The Florida game gives me a little bit of pause. We actually had a pretty bad second half against Florida. It's just that we had created such a lead from the first half that we were able to basically nurse that and kind of just massage that lead in the second half, right? Enough so that they didn't end up winning. But yeah, our second half against Florida was not good. So I'm hoping that we have we need a second half here like we did against Arkansas, not like we did against Florida. Needed Florida game. I wanted someone to... BYU gets stopped there on third down. Texas Tech will take over. I'm going to fill this up real quick and we'll be ready to go. Do I think Darren Rippey? Actually, I don't know. I haven't spent much time with the recruits from next year, honestly. I feel like we get most people that we want, typically, but all right, so here we go. 31-34. Michigan State by 3 as Fears is going to come in, and they're going to get the alley-oop to start the second half as Cooper over the top. So Michigan State by 5, let's call it now, as we need to make it, something's got to start happening here. One-on-one Cam Boozer with Cooper. He's going to take his man right there, and Cam Boozer will finish. As we said, I feel like the first play or the first possession on the second half is going to go to Cam to try to get him established. That's exactly what they do. We're only 9 games, 10th game, and we already know the tendencies of this Duke team. Especially having called that final play from the Florida game the other day. Duke teams always play the same, man. 6 seconds here, and this is a car for 3. That is a long one. Cam Boozer with a strong two-handed board and outlet pass to Hemenia as Duke tried to go in transition but kind of got held up there for a second. And now Hemenia around the curl. Ooh, almost loses it, picks up his dribble, and now to Cam. One-on-one, clear it out, Hemenia. Clear it out for him. Just let him go one-on-one against Cooper, and he will do it again. Yes, and he will get a foul as Cooper draws the foul there. Hemenia had to come on down, and then... So we've gone to Cam Boozer isolation against Cooper on the first 2 plays of the second half. One on the right side, one on the left side. effective on both. He made the bucket on the first one. Now he's going to go to the free throw line in the second one. So I like the strategy here coming out of halftime. Not surprised at all. He makes the first free throw. Very good. If we can get Cam Boozer to 20 here in the second half, we have a very good shot at winning this game. Let's put it that way. In and out on the second one, so it'll stay at a 2-point margin here, 34-36. Good guys. Keon Carr can't hit threes. Apparently not. Apparently not yet. He's just putting it on the deck, though. Oh, blocked by Gungba. And that'll stay with Michigan State with 9 on the shot clock. Wait, why would you reset the shot clock? No, you do not reset the shot clock. No, do not. Why are you resetting the shot clock? Okay, no. 7, 6, 5, 4. Tang here. Kohler from the inside. Apparently he can hit threes, but he can't hit the layup. So I'd rather have Kohler shooting from 2 feet from the basket instead of 25. Okay. Amenya, swing outside to Foster. Foster for 3. It's wide open, but he can't hit it. Oh, my God, man. Oh, wow, man. Come on. Come on, Caleb Foster. And we can't hit the wide open threes. Wow, the alley-oop didn't work, and now Duke is out in transition here. I think we sniffed it out, though. Gungba and Boozer sniffed out the alley-oop. Did not let... They basically both went for the alley-oop. And now we're going to clear out the right side. One-on-one again. Take him. There's against Cooper. Oh, and he has to... All right, he trips. Well, he tripped. All right, so Cooper got the better of it. Here's Kohler for 3 again. He'll probably hit that. Oh, never mind. Good rebounding position. Great box out by Amenya there on the rebounding action. Evans, a little out of control. Evans for 3. In and out, can't hit 3. Oh, my God. So that's 2 3-pointers that Duke has had very good looks and just cannot hit them. Oh, that's a stupid foul, Boozer. What is he trying to do? That is a Malik Brown move. That is That is a freshman mistake. God, man. That was bad. That was a bad foul. I'm not sure about Amenya leaving his man to try for a steal there, but I guess Michigan State doesn't hit the 3, so okay. But, yeah. Cam Boozer stays in the game here with 3 fouls. Wow. Oh, screen action there. Foster trying to go over the top. What a tough shot by Caleb Foster. 36-all. Evans went to the bench and Sarr came in. That was the only change here before the 16 timeout. I guess John didn't like the 3 by Evans or something. I don't know. I thought it was an okay 3. Fears. Gonna go one-on-one against Boozer. Now he's gonna go Carr. Oh. He draws a foul on Gungba. That'll be his 3rd. So, okay, now we're in a little bit of foul trouble here. And that'll be the under 16 timeout. So 36-all. As Boozer got going a little bit there, he's got 5 points, but he does have that 3rd foul. So a little bit of, and then 3 fouls for Gungba, which leaves Malik Brown with 2 fouls. So all of our big men are in a bit of foul trouble, honestly. That's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah, I mean, decent start here for Duke in the second half. Okay, decent start. The first 4 minutes, we won 5-2. The defense is there, but of course they're going to get... Michigan State only scored on the first possession of that half. They came out and hit the alley-oop, so they had a good play drawn up coming out of the halftime locker room. Now they're going to get free throws here on this one. We'll see if Cohen Carr can hit the free throws. We could be Purdue right now down 12. Yes, we could be. Yes, agreed. But this is right now looking like one of those games where we're going to have to overcome, and there's going to be some adversity. Something that they call adversity. Yeah. Which is where we're at right now. All right. What do we got? I love the playoff chances according to ESPN, and it's like Duke isn't even on the thing. The top 16, Texas, the 0.0% chance. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's see it. Come on. 36 all. Let's go. Booster in the house, of course. So we go 2 shots here for Cohen Carr at the free throw line. 36 all, 15:57 here in the second half at the Breslin Center. Duke, Michigan State. Top 10 matchup. All right, come on, let's go. Oh my goodness, now what? John is trying to substitute. John is trying to substitute Gongba. Some substitution. Some substitution snafus, whatever. And Shank on the first one. And now Malik Brown will come in. Substitution procedures. And Carr going to go for the second. And makes that 36-37. Good guys down by a single point as we resume play. So here we go. Oh, Sarr hits the deck on a hard screen. Michigan State. Foster to Malik Brown. Now going to go to Cam. Going to go to Nick. Nick, little pick and roll action. 8 seconds. Nice feed down low. And Cam Boozer is going to convert on the feed from Brown. Nicely done. 38-37 as the good guys retain or get back the lead. Their first one of the second half. Fears on Cam. They're going to go inside. And Cohen Carr. And the ball's just going to go everywhere. And now there's going to be a foul. Sarr is going to pick up that foul. That'll be Sarr's third. think that's his third. Oh, it's a foul on Hemenia. Okay, never mind. Just go baseline inbounds here with Fears. Tamesar keeps falling. Somebody check his shoes. Must be wet. Carr gives it up. Ward. Hemenia with a steal. Oh, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Fears down low. Malik Brown tried. Oh, almost on the deflection. I don't actually think it was blocked, but it definitely disrupted. Hemenia tried to go to Cam Boozer, and the pass was just a little late, but Duke will baseline out of bounds it. Ooh. My goodness, Jordan Scott saved a bucket. That was going to be easy, too, for Cam, for sure. So we're going to go one-on-one here. Cam on Ward. Cam gets cut off on the baseline, goes outside to Sar, thought about the three for a second, and now Sar takes, I don't know, an infinite number of Euro steps, and we got a push foul as Cam Ward, rather, gets the foul, and I think we're just going to inbound it from the bench, effectively. 2 fouls for Michigan State, 3 for Duke. I guess we'll baseline out of bounds it. Okay, sure. Again to Boozer, now to Foster. Foster going to line up for 3. Can't hit anything. Man, the three's just not going down right now, man. They're open shots. 2 from Caleb Foster, 1 from Isaiah Evans here in the second half. Should have gone down. Brutal. Here's Carr against Caden. Carr with the turnaround in the left. Lack of production from the guards. Yeah, agreed. Like the guards, like not being able to hit open threes, man. I mean, not that Foster one that he just took is not necessarily open, but like it's not really that contested either. Like he's coming off a Cam Boozer screen. Like he should be able to hit that. Wow, that's a quadruple team for Michigan State. And Cam Boozer finishes anyway. As we trade 2-point buckets in the paint from the big men of both teams. 9 points for Cam Boozer here. 7 in the second half to go along with his 8 rebounds. 3 on the way for Ward. Oh, sorry, Scott, and that one goes. On the other hand, the Michigan State guards are hitting, or rather the Michigan State front court has hit threes, but 7 of 17 from the Spartans. Caden to Cam here. Duke trails by 2. Oh my gosh, Malik Brown. Oh. They're going to call Malik Brown for putting Fears on the ground. That's a bad call. That is... Malik Brown is set, man. Come on. Malik Brown is set. Little danger moment here for the Blue Devils here on that offensive foul. That's a flop, I know. That's exactly how it should be described. That is a flop. Cam Boozer playing with the 3 fouls here. Scott again from 3. Great ball movement from Michigan State. And yep, that one goes down. Michigan State hitting open threes. That's the danger moment here for the Blue Devils timeout, John Shire. Yep. Michigan State threatening to just blow this game apart right now. They're feeling that one with a between the legs pass. Jeez. Ugh. That is not a... This has been a really frustrating 4 minutes here because we have had open threes that we cannot convert, and instead Michigan State is hit its last two. 6-0 run over the last minute, and both of them are Jordan Scott threes. Yeah, good ball movement leads to open shots. They're hitting theirs, and we're not hitting ours, so that's the story of the game. We're 0 for 3 from beyond the three-point line here. They're 2 for 5. So there you go. Brutal. 4 assists for Michigan State, too. Like, their assist numbers are really high. 14 assists. Yeah, Michigan State has 14 assists on 15 made buckets. Duke has only 9 assists on 15 made buckets. Michigan State playing a much more complete team game here. This is going to be a tough one, folks. Boozer has 9, along with Hemenia with 9, but I feel like Boozer is the only one that's even scored here in the second half. Foster's has got 2 points, but that's it. Boozer's got 7, and Foster's got 2. Carr has 3. Scott has 6. Michigan State has 11-9 here in the second half. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to win this game, but like... He came into this game 6 for 24. Oh my God, of course he did. And now he's 2 of 3. Dude comes in 6 of 24, man. Okay. Hitting 25% from the field and hits 2 3-pointers. Yeah, okay. That's amazing. Of course he does against Duke. It's always against Duke, yeah. ACC road games are going to feel like this? Yeah, can they not call the review on the offensive foul? No, you can't. You can review it for like flagrant, but like that's not really. But anyway, it's a good timeout by Shire. I mean, he has to call that timeout there. Boozer, and with a little fancy Euro step there, Boozer just takes it himself. 45-42, so at least we get 2 points back there. Michigan State by 3 at the moment, and Boozer into double figures with 11. I said we have to get him to 20 and have a chance to win this, right? So, ooh, taken off the rim there by Boozer, so he's got 11-9 at the moment. And so Duke comes up, or Michigan State with an empty possession. Duke dodges that. Boozer for 3? Oh, Cam Boozer! Wow, he's got the last 5 for the Blue Devils. Goodness, that was straight on, and he hits that 3, 45 all. What an answer here by Duke coming out of the John Shire timeout. Actually, what an answer by Cam Boozer. Nice little pick and roll action. Oh, wow, Michigan State really wanted the foul there. Refs are letting them play it out. Duke with numbers here. Gungba in the lane. Gungba! Not quite fouled, and we'll go to the free throw line. Ooh. Oh, Izzo with anybody reading lips there? Oh my gosh. For the lip readers out there, that was non-PG. $11:42. Yeah, Tom Izzo is up and angry right now. $11:42, and that's another media timeout here. We'll switch back to the Texas Tech game. Oh, it looks like they got a field goal. They're 13-7. All right, so 45 all with Patrick Gungba going to the free throw line. The difference is Cam Boozer. Anyone else love to see old Tom all spicy? Well, that's what we were asking for from the start of the game, right? We were like, oh, Tom Izzo's just like, doing his coaching, like sitting in a chair when the game started. And we're like, is he ever going to get up and like start, doing stuff? Now he's emoting clearly there on the off the bench. I guess we'll get a replay when we come out of the media timeout around that last one that they were asking for the foul, but I don't know. And looks like BYU will go to the halftime locker room. BYU and Texas Tech, rather, 13-7 in that game. Save the knees. Oh, he's sitting, so he's saving the knee. I get it. Yeah. Could be. Is Purdue getting trucked? What are they doing? What's going on here? Wow, 71-48? What? The Cyclones are just handing it to Purdue. Wow, a 36-point second half. Purdue has only scored 17. Holy smokes. This is a wow, it's like 23-point game? My gosh. Braden Smith is getting, what is, Skylar, I don't follow that one. Yeah, Nuclear, I saw that one from LeBron. He like scored 8 points instead of 10 or something. I saw some dude took like a big bet on it, but I don't know if that was real. Like I had like a DraftKings bet on it for like 15 grand that he would get double figures or whatever. Oh, I was wrong about Iowa State. They do deserve to be ranked. Yeah, they deserve. They're going to be ranked maybe a little higher than 10 when we get the new ranking, especially because Louisville dropping down. Who knows what might go here today, right? Purdue is currently number 1, but they won't be after that. So, okay, Gungba at the free throw line makes the first. Nicely done. So far, so good on the free throw shooting. Decent today. We just haven't taken very many. The free throw percentage looks a little odd. We missed that one. Nice tip out by Cam Boozer as Duke recovers that. And we reset the offense here. I got to say, I was thinking about Pat Gungba at the free throw line for a second. I think he's lost a lot of weight in the offseason. That's definitely helping, I think. It's a lot better than last year. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Isaiah Evans is going to have to take a crazy shot here. He's going to take a crazy 3. No. Gungba trying to recover it. Michigan State's Jackson Kohler comes down with a rebound as we went late into the shot clock and not much movement on the offensive end. Trying to deny the ball from Fears, but they get it to him anyway, and it's Fears on Hamenia as Kohler comes up for the screen, and now the switch is now Boozer on Fears. We've been seeing this kind of all day, not really one way or the other here. 6-7 seconds as Cooper scores for 2 there, 46-47 Blue Devils with the right hand from about the Big Ten logo. I almost said the ACC logo. I'm so used to us playing at home. Boozer putting it on the deck, gets it to Hamenia in the corner. Hamenia's been hot today, can't hit it, misses it. Boozer comes down with the rebound and the putback there. Stat in the stuff sheet on this one possession Almost got an assist, ends up with a rebound and points instead. Fears going around. Fears on Foster. Fears with the right hand. Can't come up with it. Nice deflection there by Gungba as Isaiah Evans clears the rebound. And Duke stands up once again, 48-47. The defense holds up. And now it's Boozer as Evans sets the screen. Boozer goes into the body of Cooper. Comes up short. The tip out on the rebound goes to Michigan State. Gungba got sealed down low and couldn't be part of the rebounding action. Although I thought there was a little bit of a low energy cop out there by Gungba. Honestly, should have been going for that rebound. So still Duke by a single point. Scott feeds it into Jackson Kohler. Working on Boozer. Boozer's got 3 fouls. Got to be careful. Scott scores over him with the right hand. So that a bit of a mismatch. Well, a bit of a predicament, I would say, for Cam Boozer there with the 3 fouls. Good to defend without fouling, but you can only do so much, right? As Evans, oh my gosh, Evans gets hit from behind, but nothing. I guess both teams now have something to complain about. Arminia almost gets a steal. Scott. Cam puts it on the deck. Gungba, careful. Gungba's got to be careful, and Carr scores there. So now Michigan State by 3 after 2 straight buckets in the paint. Kind of pegging on a... pegging is not the right word. It's kind of playing off of our 2 big men with foul trouble at the moment. Kind of picking on them, rather, is what I should have said. Duke needs a bucket here to stem the tide, or Michigan State's going to threaten to extend again. Michigan State's biggest lead was 5. It's currently 3, and that's a deflection off Michigan State. Duke will have 6 seconds from the inbounds here. Check Discord, Duke. I found what you wanted to show earlier. Oh, the Isaiah Evans one? What? Gungba recovers it, and is going to put up a mid-range shot, and it's an air ball, man. Terrible offense from Duke here. So Michigan State with an opportunity to go back up 5. And the first time they did that, Cam Boozer got 5 straight. And this is going to be a 3 here. That's short. Rebound to Cam. So Duke clears. It's probably an okay shot for us to allow, honestly. But yeah, the 3s have just not been falling for us today. Boozer calling for it. 15 seconds, man. We're just like wasting 10 seconds worth of offense just doing nothing. And now it's like late shot clock. It's got 7 seconds. It's a screen. Jimenez, 2-man game with Boozer. Boozer to Gungba. Gungba can't get it. Oh, and he's fouled. Oh, and he came down. Ooh, now Gungba is like really hurt on that one. Ow. He gets... This is not a good look there. Oh, if Fears takes Gungba out from below, oh, that hurts. And then Gungba gets, McCullough falls on him on his calf. So, that is bad. But I believe, if you take somebody out, if you take someone's legs out, isn't that like, if you undercut them, isn't that like a flagrant? So we got to see what, there's definitely a foul on Fears, for sure, for undercutting Gungba. But, yeah. What is the free throw shooting percentage at the moment? Oh, great. It's 5 of 8. That's not amazing. But, like, it's not that many, you know? It's like 3. Okay. This game can still go either way, man. This game can still go either way. Oh yeah, that was that's not Isaiah Evans. That's really funny. That's a flagrant. You can't undercut somebody like that, especially if they're going up. So Skylar coming in with the basketball knowledge. That was my understanding of how that should be officiated as well. We'll see. Flagrant floor foul? No, I think the falling on Gungba at the end is neither here nor there. I don't think that was really intentional, but a flagrant would mean 2 shots and possession. Be a big opportunity for Duke. We'll have to see whether or not Gungba is actually in a position to be able to take the fouls. He looked a little shaken up there at the end of that particular play. So right now, looking at Cam Boozer here, 16 points, 12 rebounds. Again, we said if he got to 20, would be in decent shape to win the game. He's only 4 points off that. Certainly, we're going to need 20, maybe 25 at this point, because we're just not getting any contribution from the guards at the moment. It really does feel like that's Florida's second half. We're just not playing as good as we were in the first half, and we're only 1 of 6 from the three-point line. We cannot get the three-point shot going. I don't know, it might be another big three-point shot late that that gets it going here. Scoring drought of 2 minutes and 44 seconds for our Blue Devils, but yeah. All right, let's see. What do we got? What are they going to officiate here? Okay, so they did not call the flagrant. They're just going to say a common foul, I guess. We can go and undercut people, I guess. Fair is fair. It's like Gungba looks okay, so that's good news. So if it's just a common foul on the rebounding action, then Duke will inbound it from the baseline and we'll resume play. Yeah, drop the shoulder and undercut people. Okay. All right, that's how we're going to play this game, so. Oh! The missed free throws are going to be a problem. Come on, Pat. Last time it worked out in our favor where we missed one and we got the offensive rebound, but that really only works if you make the first and miss the second, and not if you. They're going to foul on Boozer? What? How? He has both his hands up in the air. There's no... Where is this foul? Both of Boozer's hands are in the air. How can he grab the other player? What? Well, that's the 4th foul on Boozer. Okay, so that's not great. So now Duke in his zone. Michigan State going to have to figure this one out here. The defense is a little different. Malik Brown is in the game. Fears can't come up with it. And the deflection as Duke comes up with that. Duke clears off the Michigan State deflection and attempted offensive board. But this is so look at what happens, right? You miss the free throws, and your best player, Cam Boozer, gets his 4th foul as a result of you missing free throws. Don't miss your freaking free throws. If you had just made the free throw, there would be no foul. It should be 50-51 with no foul, no 4th foul on Cam Boozer. Just hit your free throws, man. Don't put your teammates in that situation. I don't know if you can take Cam Boozer out, to be honest, though. Like, he's the best thing you got going. Although he's not lining up to potentially rebound. Okay, now they will take him out. So Duke, I guess, going to go small, and we'll miss another free throw. We've missed 3! There is no foul there. Cam should still have 3. Yeah, but now we've missed 3 free throws. So now it's like, all right, now this is getting ridiculous. Duke's still in the zone, actually, even with Cam Boozer on the bench, and Michigan State still can't hit the shots. So Duke should be up 52-51 at the moment, or at least tied. Amenya in the right-hand corner. Can't get it. The tip out by Malik Brown. And the 3 ball still won't fall for Duke in the second half. 0 for 7. 0 for, I don't know, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, something like that sort. Very frustrating that the 3 won't fall for us. And it was an open shot, man. Oh, nice deflection by Nick and Foster there. Out in the open in transition. Caleb Foster with the right hand. Foster finishes 51 all. So Duke back in it. Every time Michigan State gets a lead, Duke has managed to come back. Can Duke somehow get over the hump? The zone defensive look, the 3-2 has really gotten Michigan State off the rhythm here. Oh my God, come on. Wait a second. So if that was reversed, they would have called a foul on Duke, but Amenya gets thrown to the ground on an attempted rebound, and Michigan State ends up with a wide open 2 under the basket. Are you, really? Really? Okay. Foster telling Malik Brown. Okay, that should have been Foster got hit from behind. And Amenya gets hit now, finally. And finally, somebody blows a whistle. What? So Amenya makes the first. We may be witnessing the game that, like, where the free throw shooting costs us, chat. 5:09 to go. Duke trails by 1. Has now missed 5 free throws. Oh my God, he missed it again. He missed the second one too, man. I mean, it's at least 4 misses in the last 3 trips. Good work inside, but can't put it in, and Duke can't come down with the rebound here in the zone. Oh my God, what? We got to foul on Malik Brown? That's his 4th. So now we have a lot of foul trouble. We got 4 on Brown, 4 on Boozer, 3 on Gungba. We're losing all our height inside. So Gungba's got to check in and Brown's got to check out. Yeah, the foul trouble is really brutal right now. Oh, what a nice block by Foster from behind. He blocks Carr. Duke gets out of the jam there. And Foster playing well on the defensive end. Let's see what the offensive set Duke wants to run here. Come on, boys. Oh my God, 8 seconds on the shot clock. We got nothing going, and the spacing is horrible. Dame Sarr trying to drive in, trying to go with the hand. Oh, he can't get it, but Jimenez in great position, and then he gets blocked. And Michigan State tries to save it, but it goes off the Michigan State player. Oh, it goes off of Fears' foot. He tried to save it out of bounds and threw it off his own foot. So I wonder, would you put Cam Boozer in for this offensive possession with 4:12 to go in the game? Maybe. Wow, Himenia there with the effort play. Yeah, you do put Cam Boozer back in. Okay, so John Shire going to go offense here. And we'll put Cam Boozer in. That was my thinking too. And they're going to clear it out for Cam. Cam is going to go one-on-one. He's going to try to give his man the shake. He gets caught underneath. Boozer has to try. Oh my gosh, he can't convert it. Oh. Ah! Painful. He was trying to go like with a reverse hook underneath. We're going to try again. It was wild. That was crazy if that shot had actually gone in. Okay, have to inbound this far to Boozer beyond the three-point line. Now to Evans. And Evans is going to take three. Evans! Finally! Finally, the three-point shot drops for Duke, and we've got 3:50 to play here. Oh my goodness. Duke stays in the zone. Fears picks up his dribble, gets it down low to Carr. The bump by Himenia. Oh! Cooper could not finish it. Wow, thank you, Evans. I was going to say this feels like the Florida game where none of the threes go, and then finally you get one. And it was Evans again. Cold-blooded, honestly. We need another one, to be fair. Evans almost on the screen there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now it's one-on-one Cam Boozer, and he's just got to put up a shot. It does hit the rim, but nothing. All Duke did was burn 30 seconds of possession. That was pretty brutal, honestly. And Tom Izzo will call timeout. Jeez, all we did there was just take 30 seconds up from the game. There was like... Oh, that is so frustrating. That was... Skylark, that was too slow. That was too slow. Cam Boozer's just gonna have to like put it up over his head, basically. Like, jeez. Yeah, too slow. You know, I'm looking through some of the scores here. I see this Dayton Flyers, Virginia Cavaliers, Dayton with 60, Virginia with 74. Interesting little tidbit. Virginia was one of the ACC teams on the second day of the ACC-SEC Challenge that won their games and won it definitively. It looks like Virginia may actually have an offense this season, which is sort of a different look. Kind of interesting. I think we typically you say first to 70 in a game versus Virginia, 70 points wins you the game. But this year it may be a little higher. One to keep an eye on in the ACC, actually, Virginia. So Duke 55, Michigan State 53. And the Michigan State timeout called by Tom Izzo there with 2:54 to go. It will be the final media timeout as well. And so we will go the distance here once we get done. What's up, buddy? So big opportunity here for the Blue Devils to really play some strong defense. I think we're on a little bit of a run, too. Yeah, Evans could have had another three there if he didn't cut. Yeah, I also thought like that. I also thought that play was going to go back to Evans after he gave it up to Cam. I thought it was kind of designed to go back to Evans, but I guess not. So Michigan State won of their last 8 and hasn't scored in 2:46. If you recall, this is Duke going to the 3-2 zone defense as to protect the bigs here in foul trouble. Malik Brown with 4, Gungbo with 3, and Boozer with 4 fouls as well. So the zone defense has really thrown Michigan State off, and they're only 1 for their last 8. And that 1 came in on a broken play after what should have been a Hymenia rebound that got taken away from him, and then just kind of left there for one of the Michigan State players. I think it was not numbered. I think it was Carson Cooper. So, yeah, Duke does have the possession arrow. Both teams with 6 fouls, so one more will put the team in the 1-and-1. So we'll be taking free throws for either team on the next foul. Down goes Purdue, 81-58. A 23-point drubbing by Iowa State. Wow. Yeah, the free throw line has not been in our favor here. We are only 50% from the free throw line. Michigan State to inbound, 2:54 to go. Here we go. 18 seconds on the shot clock here as they didn't get a full reset on that. And Cooper going to get outside to Fears, and here's Carr. Carr going to drive baseline, cut off by Hymenia. Well done. 8 seconds on the shot clock for the Blue Devils to hold up. Here's Fears. He's going to take his own shot. Doesn't get it. Carr comes up with the offensive board. Michigan State gets a 20-second reset, and we have a... Oh my God. What? Where is the foul? This is a 1-and-1. This Carr will go to the free throw line. I suppose it could be worse. I mean, Carr isn't the best of free throw shooters, but yeah, again, offensive rebound gets Michigan State another chance, rather, and Carr at 69%, and the 1-on-1 and clanks that, and Cam Boozer comes down with the rebound, so effectively a turnover on that possession. Okay. 2:25 to go, and we can't play, again, that slow like we did on the previous possession. 15 seconds on the shot clock, though. We're looking for Cam. No, we're looking for Evans. Evans got closed out by Scott. Good closeout there. Now Evans again trying to go below the screen. He gives it to Cam Boozer, and Cam is going to put the ball on the deck. He's going to give it nice extra pass to Sarr. Sarr short. And Evans comes in flying in, and that's a foul. That's a dumb foul. Why are you going to send Michigan State to the free throw line on a foul 94 feet from the basket? Oh my God. Especially Jeremy Fears of all people, man. Like... I mean, the offensive possession from Duke was not bad. Sarr just misses the 3. Like, the ball movement is pretty good, as is actually the recovery by Michigan State, to be honest, on the defensive end. Like, Michigan State, after bringing effectively a triple team against Boozer, does recover pretty well. Of course, Fears hits both, so we're tied at 55 with 2 minutes to go. As one would have expected. I mean, it was only a 1.5-point game on the line anyway, so here you are. And we are both teams under 60, which is exactly where the teams have been kind of holding their opponents. So here we go again. Hymenia there with now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Duke still just not being able to get much. And Boozer almost had the and one. That is, oh my goodness, we really needed that shot to go down. Now Boozer's going to have to go to the free throw line and earn it. Oof. I mean, he's in the restricted area, right? Like, he's number 0, Kohler, is got his feet in the restricted arc. He's coming over late. Nice by Cam, makes the first. He's rotating late. His feet are in the restricted area. It's a block. And Boozer makes them both. It's a miracle. And he bodied him. Yeah, like, that's... Not surprised. 133. So a stop and a bucket will effectively end the game if we can manage to get a stop and a bucket. So let's see. Lock it in here. Fears goes in. Fears is up. No, that's the stop as Boozer comes down with the rebound. All right. Stop and a bucket. Now we need the bucket. We got the stop and now we need the bucket. And we are just going to... Wow. Okay, 15 seconds on the shot clock, and now we got to run some offense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Isaiah Evans for 3. He got fouled! Isaiah Evans got fouled on a 3. Wow. I mean, two people, either one of them could have called the foul on either one, to be honest. Scott, yes, the foul is on Scott because Scott, basically ran into Evans. He didn't let him land. So the free throw shooter is in the air. The 3-point shooter is in the air. He doesn't let him land. Evans makes the first. So that's a 3-point game. We basically took maximum time off the clock. And he makes the second. Isaiah's our best free throw shooter at the line. This is who you want taking the shots. Isaiah Evans here, who's hit a big 3 in this second half, and now effectively might have hit another 3, but from the free throw line. Duke by 5 here, as we just need to take as much time off the clock as possible. We're going to call a timeout. Michigan State timeout, and that's the... Oh, they got 2 left. All right. Wow, Duke here late. Cam Boozer from the 5 of 5 from the free throw line late, as we've managed to avoid disaster because the free throw line was definitely not our friend. So let's see, in the second half here, the free throws were, take out 5, were 4 of 10. We were 4 of 10 from the free throw line before those last 2 possessions where we went 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and we're 9 of 15. So, yeah. Michigan State, no field goals in the last 4:45. Duke, no field goals in the last 3:04. And Duke just getting it done from the free throw line there. 5-0 in the last 2 possessions. You know what? I'll take it. Score any way you can. Michigan State's going to need to score quick. Duke's very content to stay in the zone basically the second half of the last 8 minutes of the second half after Cam Boozer picked up his 4th foul, and Cam is still playing, thankfully for us. So John Shire putting on a bit of a masterclass so far. Duke's just got to hold on here the last minute. No threes, really. So you're up 5. Michigan State needs 2 possessions. You can take... They do actually have 2 possessions. Just needs to hold on to the lead, and we'll probably go up to 3rd in the country. Yeah. So let's see how much time we can get Michigan State to take off the clock. Michigan State wants to go quick. Here's Fears at the Big Ten logo. Picks up his dribble, almost slips. Here's Cooper, and then they do score inside. All right, so Duke... Now we got a time clock thing. Stop in a bucket, yeah, it does put it away, but Michigan State converts. I think the bucket puts it away anyway, I think. If you manage to take 30 and score, you do sort of win. If you do manage to take the full 30, that'll leave 15 seconds, and you're up by 3. The worst they can do is send it to overtime. But if you score, you're up by 5, and then yeah, it's a little difficult. You want the ball in the hands of either Evans or Boozer here. Evans has been able to hit free throws, obviously. Timeout, actually. John Shire wants to talk about it. 22 seconds on the shot clock here. So Shire wants to set this up, realizing the importance of this basically one final possession. Either that or, if you miss it, you're going to have to win it on defense, rather. Michigan State does have a timeout. Of course, also Duke with the possession arrow in case of a tie-up. The other danger, though, is if you miss, Michigan State makes 2. It's a 1-point game. And then they send you to the free throw line. It's only a 1-and-1. So... yeah, it's still a 1-and-1. Both teams have only committed 8 fouls. So Duke would be in a very tight position of having to hit both free throws to re-extend the lead. Michigan State could certainly play the free throw game for at least 2 more possessions. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see it, boys. Come on. So Duke, 20 seconds on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock. We're going to go at 10, probably. Cam Boozer takes a check, and here's the screen from Evans. And Boozer now puts the ball on the deck. Boozer gets caught, and then Foster. Foster is going to be open for 3. Oh! It goes! The rim is kind to Caleb Foster. Fears has to go quick. Don't foul him. Don't. Oh, don't foul him. Let him score. Oh, come on. Now this is... Wow, Caleb Foster with a massive 3 here at the end. But just get out of the way. Just get out of the way. Let him score it. I mean, it's a cheap foul, but it's a cheap foul. The refs are going to try to keep Michigan State in this thing, but but just let him score, man. So this is still a 1-possession game, and now you're gonna still have to you're gonna have to play free throws here. What a huge shot by Caleb Foster. I mean, Boozer comes in and he does rotate late, but why even put yourself in that position? Just let him go, take the 2, you're up by 4, which is an extra possession, and just play the free throw game. Wow, Caleb Foster got every piece of the rim and the backboard in that one, and it just somehow went in. So now we want the ball in the hands of Isaiah Evans. Or Foster, I guess. Okay, well now we're going to play the free throw game, so here we go. I don't think Duke would be number 1 because you'd have to leapfrog Michigan, who's number 3. So and it's not like you beat number 1. So Caleb Foster at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. I mean, this game is not over. The way that Michigan State has shot the 3, right? Or the way that the refs have officiated here too. Caleb Foster 57.9%. It's under 60% from the line, man. Oh my God. Oh, okay. He hit the first one. He got the first one. That is okay. Ice water in Caleb Foster's veins right now. Whew. That's big. That is big. Oh, and he hits the second one. The last 5 points to Caleb Foster. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him just take up a bunch of time. Take up a bunch of time. 4 seconds left. They miss, and we're going the other way. We're going the other way. Gungba will go to the free throw line here, and this will be 2 shots. It'll be 2 shots regardless. If he makes them both, the game's over. He'll shank the first. All right, he makes the second. So Duke by 6 at the moment. Just let him go. Let him go. And that's it! Wow. Duke with the win, 66-60 on the road in Michigan State. Wow. Insane. What a big win. What a big win. What a great setup here. What a win, man. The whole last bit was like a blur. Isaiah Evans hits a big 3. Big free throws from Evans and Boozer. That's 5. That's 8. Then Foster gets another 3, 11. And then 2 more free throws, 13. And then Patrick Gungba, 2 more, 15. Wow. No Cat fan, we have way more than 3 quad 1 wins. We have Arkansas, Florida, Michigan State, Texas, or Texas maybe is a quad 2, but it was on a neutral court. We have a minimum of 3, but yeah, great win. Okay, that sets up a nice little game here at Duke UVA later tonight. So I was a little concerned we might be in for a very, very sad Saturday, but now it could be a great Saturday. And here's the final box score. Throw this one up here. Yeah, Michigan State really disrupted by the Duke zone. John Shire putting on a masterclass defensively to protect the post players that got into a lot of foul trouble. Cam Boozer actually fouled out of this game, but he played a significant portion of the second half with 4 fouls there. Malik Brown also had 4 fouls. Gungba had 3 fouls. But the zone defensive scheme by John Shire really gave Michigan State fits, and they could not come up with the shooting from the outside. Duke just barely hung on with the free throw shooting there, 15 for 23. This makes 4 quad 1 wins, 5 if Texas counts as 1. I thought Texas did, but we won't really have the net rankings until I think we turn the calendar, and then we should actually have the net. We can take a look. But yeah, I think this is the other one. The other one we beat it on a neutral site there. We have 4 ranked wins, I think, now. Who else do we house? Oh, Kansas. Yeah, Kansas. So Kansas, Arkansas, Michigan State, and Florida. That's 4. And then, as New Killer said, 5 if you count if Texas counts, which they may be borderline now. They're not having as great a season so far. But yeah, Cam Boozer does end up with 18 points and 15 rebounds. We did say at halftime, if we can get him to 20, we feel pretty good about winning this game. He got to 18. We'll call it close enough. 12 points there for Caleb Foster. Hamenia ends with 10 after he started really hot there with 3 3-pointers, but ends up finishing 3 of 6. Gungba with 6, Boozer with 2, Brown with 2, Sarr with 4, Harris with 3. 9 Blue Devils scored today in a very nice sort of distributed scoring there. But yeah, Boozer really comes in there with the 18 points and the 15 rebounds and 5 assists. What a crazy stat line. Yeah, Texas should count as a quad 1 team because they're 6-3. And also that game was played at a neutral site, so it was not played at home. So yeah, you get a bit more leeway on that one. But yeah, Duke ends up 21 of 55. Michigan State 21 of 66, actually, so a little less on the shooting percentage there for the Spartans. And 8 turnovers only for Duke. Only 2 turnovers in the second half of the Blue Devils. Actually, only 1 for Michigan State, so both teams played it pretty clean. And then Duke slightly edging out on the rebounding, 44-43. What a great win here for our Blue Devils. Really, really good. That second half actually played out. That late in the second half played out a lot better than I thought it would go. Man, really, really tough. There's the adversity that we talk about. Texas should count because they're an SEC team and they have leeway when you're in a conference like that. Yes, ESPN will manage to overhype the SEC and make them, like, they'll get back in their rankings and they'll call them good again, and then they'll just be a quad 1 win. So great. Just beat all the SEC teams. Okay, that's going to be it for me tonight. What a win here for the Blue Devils. When is the next game, by the way? Next game against Texas Tech. No, Lipscomb. Sorry. We actually have some time off. We have Lipscomb here in 10 days. That's because the students are going to be taking final exams here to end the semester. So Lipscomb on the 16th. We'll see you all then at 6 p.m. on Tuesday in about 10 days. All right. Good luck to our Blue Devils in the ACC Championship and the revenge game against Virginia. Y'all were awesome today. I appreciate everybody hanging out. And we will see you all in 10 days. So stay safe, everybody. And as always, go Duke. See ya.